Hey everybody, I'm on location out here at Laurel Hill State Park, and I did one little review here. I figured I may as well do another one while I'm all set up, and this will probably be the last one outside for the year. I might have said that in the last one, but that would be a mistake. Anyhow, this is somewhat of a disappointment. Came from Marcia Linda. It's called the Diamond Fidget Slider. It was not advertised to have a mirror finish. It was supposed to be sandblasted, is what it appeared to be. And that was almost $60. So I was disappointed in that. It was also supposed to come with 12. Was it 12? 10 ceramic balls, and that's because it was in the advertising photos. Mine came with 6 total, 3 on each side. I'll show you in a second. 3 on each side doesn't work well with this. Luckily, it seems everybody who's making fidgets seems to lean towards 5mm balls, and I happen to have a few extra, and I was able to, put everything in here. And my best guess was that putting 5 on each side seemed to make it work the best if you're going to use it with the balls in. And if you are, well, it's a 2-click slider. And again, I don't know if I said yet, I got this at Marcia Linda on AliExpress, and I did complain right away when I got it because of the missing balls and because of the finish. And they said they were sending me the balls, and they never did. But they did give me a $15 discount. So, and I had to ask for that. I wanted more than that, but we negotiated it down. Anyhow, with the balls in, 2-click slider. It's very heavy. That's one of the things I neglected to bring with me was a scale. But maybe at the very end we can throw that in somehow. We'll go ahead and take the balls out. And I'll just put 3 on each side so that you can see. This is how mine arrived. Darn it. And I'd recommend this too if you have any sliders that use balls. Try different combinations of numbers on each side to see what works best. Because how it arrived in the mail, like this, might not be the best. So now I get 3 full clicks out of it. But when it's fully extended, it's really, really flimsy. The magnet strength just isn't there. Stainless steel is too heavy. So that's a good time to talk about the fact that Marcia Linda did take this down immediately after I complained about it. And other sellers have this, and they also have it available in titanium. So I'd be curious to know, especially if you got one, let me know what titanium is like. But those are about $100 a pop. Again, I said this was supposed to be stainless steel. It is stainless steel, but it was supposed to be sandblasted. And it was about $60, somewhere around $60. But titanium would be interesting because it would be lighter, and that would be more appropriate for the magnet strength that's being used here. There's also 2 options of this available. I didn't see that until I found the titanium one, but you can get this with either a single row of magnets down the middle or a double row. And I would recommend a double row if you can, because then you can ladder. And you can sort of ladder with a single row, which I'll show you here in a second, but if you're familiar with these, then you know the difference. It does work well. Luckily, all the magnets are mounted just below the surface of the surface plate, so they don't interfere with anything. And it does work really well and smooth as a free-floating slider. Although being pointy, I wish it was square because you could get a better purchase on that corner. But that's my favorite move there. I always bring it up 2 from the top and rotate it around. But back and forth isn't bad. Another slight disappointment with this was I bought this at the same time, and I was expecting them to be the same size. Now that's my fault. We all do the same thing. I think we purposely don't look at the dimensions because we want to be surprised when it gets here. Well, I was surprised, although this didn't disappoint me as much as the other shortcomings did. But, yeah, I thought they were going to be the exact same size and shape. They did roughly look that way in the photos, but in comparison you'll see quite different. But my overall opinion would be to avoid this one, at least in stainless. Look for titanium if you're willing to pay what the going rate was, which was around $100 a pop. Get a titanium one and get one with 2 rows of magnets instead of a single row of magnets. Let me know how that worked out. And you know what? Be warned, because if you're aware, titanium against titanium doesn't always work out well. It wants to gall. It wants to hang up on itself. It gets sticky. So, like I said, I'd love to hear from somebody that has a titanium one. I almost don't foresee it as being a problem, especially if it's lightly sandblasted titanium. I think it would probably be just fine. But that's my verdict on this one, and I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you in the next one.